Pranked y'all. What's up, guys? How's it going? Welcome back to Cobra Kai Nation. We're doing another live. If you don't remember, I said on Friday, or was it Thursday? Or it was Thursday. I said I was going to do a live stream on Saturday talking all about the Cobra Kai Season 6 questions that Jon Hurwitz, one of the creators of Cobra Kai, answered on Twitter. We're going to go through all of it, and we will discuss what could potentially be coming for Season 6. So if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe now. And follow me on Cobra Kai Nation on Instagram. We're live on Facebook. So what's up to my Facebook audience? What's up to my X audience? I still call it Twitter. So we're live on multiple platforms, which is really cool. I was thinking Instagram as well, but I didn't end up posting it. But it doesn't matter. And yeah, it's Peyton List's birthday today. What is up, everybody? Cobra Kai Underground. What's happening? Gian, my boy. What's good, man? What's up, Cobra Kai rapper? So yeah, it's gonna be fun doing this stream because I didn't actually have a discussion with you guys about what Jon Hurwitz was talking about when it came to all this stuff. And I think we will have a fun discussion talking about it. And I want to hear what you guys think about the tweets. So with that being said, I'm gonna just pull up the tweets that Jon Hurwitz answered, and we will get this underway. But in the meantime, how's everybody's Saturday been doing? Have you all had a great Saturday? And what have you been up to? Okay, so Mr. Jon Hurwitz, where is? I think it was on his replies. Haha. Oh my god, yeah, that is hilarious. Release date has been discussed, but not set in stone. Once that's locked in, we'll know more about the pace, announcements, and trailers. I think that's a really good question by Grace. And I think we definitely need to discuss your thoughts on when do you think we can expect a release date and a teaser. So, guys, in the comments, before I even say anything, I want to hear what you think, because I think that's quite an important question. Oh, I just saw. Yeah, it's Diora's birthday as well. So happy birthday to her. She plays Robbie Keane's mum, Shannon Keane. If you didn't already know, just waiting for WrestleMania for it to start. I haven't actually watched wrestling in a while, but people have been telling me it's like sort of low key making a comeback, like in how good it's been. Like recapturing the glory days. What's up, man? How you doing? What's up, everybody? I think next month in May we'll get teaser similar to how we did for season 5 with the 2-minute teaser relapsed in early May 2022. Okay, here's the thing. So for season 4, remember when they dropped the Terry Silver teaser? That was May 2021. Cobra Kai season 5, May 2022. They dropped the teaser, the date announcement for Cobra Kai season 5. For Cobra Kai season 6, I think it makes sense they keep it to May. They always drop something in May. That's what the trend has been with Cobra Kai. So I totally agree with you, Rash. I think that's going to be the case. And I think this month will probably be, they just want to fully focus on finishing this month of filming, and then May they end up wrapping up. So it just really depends. And I think once we get a better idea of that, then we can figure out the release date, because they're probably going to drop, if they're doing volumes or not in May. So let's expect something next month. There's definitely something dropping next month. I have no doubt. I've heard from a few sources as well that we will be getting something in May. So stay locked in. It's going to be definitely going to be exciting for that. And I think with hold on, there was another tweet. Oh no, it is after this one. Okay, my bad. Hold on. Let me get that tweet back up. So after this tweet that Jon Hurwitz said about, we'll know about the pace of the announcements and trailers soon once they've locked in the release date. But they probably know what the release date is. John's probably just Jon said that season 6 will have its fair share of 80s music, not just metal. There's a very non-Johnny song and early season montage I know my wife and daughter going to love. You know what? I actually think because this Q&A was after they wrapped up in Barcelona, I actually think this could be part of that montage. Although Johnny is there, so I think maybe that's a different montage you're talking about. I shout out to Cobra Kai fandom for asking a question. I think it's like imperative that we get more 80s music that we haven't seen yet. Everyone wants to see You're the Best Around. I think that's definitely got to happen. That's definitely got to happen. Yeah, I was gonna say. I was like, I'm sure you meant released. So you guys think December? You think December we're getting it? I think it's an interesting one. Melissa, you say I think we'll also get an official trailer in August. See, if we're getting a date announcement in May, then I'm just curious what that means for Cobra Kai over the summer. Like, what do we get in the summer? I mean, the official trailer for season 5 came out in August, and we got that All Valley teaser for season 4 in August. So, you know, in the way they marketed those seasons, it makes sense. Thank you, Melissa. I'm glad you said. Oh, I love how Lisa and Melissa just having a little conversation. What's up, Basil? Do you think, or Basel? Please tell me how you say your name correctly, so I know for next time. Do you think they'll use the scroll of the chosen to give Daniel? Yes, that's definitely coming full circle. That was given to Daniel since season 3, so I think he's gonna end up using it. So that's a big one. I just think if Anthony gets that, it's got to be earned for Anthony, but I don't think there's been enough for me to say he's earned that right to use that technique. So it just depends. Yeah, I have been saying this for a while. Even if it's 3 volumes, or 2, I've always said they're going to do volumes for the last season. It just makes sense for Cobra Kai. Spread the hype, have more marketing for each volume, market the last season of the show better than ever. You'll easily you'll easily break the watch hours for the most for a season of Cobra Kai. Also sends off the show in the right way, but also brings in a lot of new audiences because it always tends to happen with a popular show. The show tends to get way more popular after it finishes. Teen Wolf had this effect. There was such a big fandom there, but obviously the fans got the film start of last year, and this year it's been very different. I think Cobra Kai, because it's part of the Karate Kid, it's just a matter of time until they expand on it. Whether we get a spin-off or I know the Karate Kid movie isn't part of the Miyagi-verse as of what we know right now. But it could be canon, who knows? But we need to figure out what's going on with that movie once they drop a trailer. They have started filming the Karate Kid film though. So the new one's currently in production and they will be wrapping up in June. So it's not a lot of filming, if I'm honest. Whole of April, May, and June. So it's kind of crazy. And then we will see. I don't know how they're gonna get that out in December. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting how they go about that. And I think in June, not only we'd get more on Cobra Kai season 6, I think they're going to drop the official trailer for the Karate Kid movie, or at least the first teaser. What's up, Lewis? How you doing, pal? Do you think filming is due to wrap? Well, the original schedule, I believe, was they wrap up around May, but who knows? They could go into June. Sholo said they're going to have, this is going to be the craziest 6 months of his life. He didn't necessarily say 6 months of filming, but why would he be in Atlanta for 6 months? So he's definitely putting it out there that they'll be there around June and stuff. So, but yeah, we'll see. I would say end of May, from what I understand. Do you think Sensei Kim Da-eun's father will be the biggest villain in season 6? Tyrell, what's happening, man? That's a great question because Master Kim is going to be a big character next season. We see him in present day or flashbacks, but I actually said this last stream. So I think that Christopher S. Lee, I think that's his first name, C.S. Lee, who was cast for Master Kim earlier this year, I believe that he is going to be he could play the father of Kim Da-eun and the grandfather Master Kim. I think he might be playing two roles. In present day, he could play the father, and then in the flashbacks, he could play Master Kim. It makes sense. So we haven't got the whole backstory in Kim Da-eun yet, and also just more on her character. So I think like to go and explore more of the Cobra Kai origins, you do that through her story, and you show Master Kim, you show the moment she had with him growing up, the stuff with young Kreese, because obviously he's going to be a big character this season. You also show, the father, because what's the relation that she has with her father? Does she have a close relationship with him? Is he around in present day? Is it just her grandfather's around somehow, even though they'd be old as hell? Uh, what is the father's role next season? I mean, it's a good one, and I actually had a theory that he would have the same name, Kim Da-eun. I mean, Kim Sung Young. Uh, you never know. So Kim Sung Young is the grandfather of Kim Da-eun. What if the father is called Kim Sung Young Jr.? So Sensei Kim Da-eun's father. Imagine if that was his name, and he could even be called Kim Sung Jung or some other name. You never know. Uh, if they don't make the same names, but I wouldn't be surprised if he has two different roles. Yes, I saw School Spirits literally last year. It released in the UK April last year, and I loved it. I watched it with my mum, and she was saying it was great. And Peyton is phenomenal in that. Like, Peyton's got a great future in this industry. I mean, she's been with, grew up doing a lot of Disney, came into her own with Cobra Kai. Now she's basically, she's in this circumstance now with, um, it's really cool. She's in this in this lane of her own, in a sense. Like, she's been great in the project she's done, and she led her own series in School Spirits, and I can't wait for season 2, by the way. Great show. The spin-off, I mean, the ending was crazy with season 1. Who will win the Sekai Takai? See, I need to do a whole video on this because I can't answer the question simply. It's like I can summarize it, but I'd rather give you a more detailed answer. But guys, we need to get back to the questions that John said. Sorry. But yeah, I think there's potentially so many characters: Miguel, Robbie, Sam, Tory, Eli. It depends on the brackets and stuff. John said, in response to this question by Avatar fan, will we have more fun moments with our favorite characters in season 6? He said, no, nothing like this, only misery. I mean, he sounds like he's joking here, but really, next season is going to be deep. So I'm going to be expecting some crazy shit to happen next season. It's going to be wild. Um, Maybe they've already edited the first episode for break because of the break in filming. Never know. I mean, I said this a while ago. I really wanted 7 seasons. That's why I was like really like sad when they said about season 6 being the last season, but it's going to be the biggest. And if we get more, we're getting more episodes. So like it's from what we know. So like I think that will be the difference, is that it will feel like 2 seasons. I think the reason they'll also do volumes is so it does feel like 2 seasons of Cobra Kai, not 1 season. Big wedding, yeah. I mean, if there is any misery in season 6, guys, what do you think exactly is John talking about? And if he's not joking, what do you honestly think he'd be discussing? Because it's interesting to see what he thinks. Your season 7 April Fool's joke was funny as hell. Thanks, dude. I know some people weren't happy with that. I mean, you have to be aware when it's April 1st. I nearly did a Cobra Kai season 6 sneak peek April Fool's video, but then I didn't want to do about season 6 because if I said season 7, I would have made it obvious that I'm doing an April Fool's, which is what I wanted it to come across as, because I don't actually want to trick you guys, but some people really took it to heart. But April Fool's. Do you think that will be the misery next season? Because I actually think, what's up, Venno? I think like Kreese dying is not just like a, oh, this dude's finally dying. It's like a, it will be sad. It will be, you have to think of it outside of the show as well. Like Martin's probably going to be very, Martin Cove is definitely going to be, what's the word? Like he's going to be emotional as hell when he realizes, like, you know, this is his swan song for the series. And you know, Martin's not getting any younger, so his character's legacy is really like, this is it for his character. I mean, if they end up doing more in the future with young Kreese, I mean, that will, it will be, it's sort of like a mantle thing, but like it's Martin Cove. There's no man, there's no Kreese without Martin Cove. He's made that role his, and it's so iconic with him. I don't feel like anyone would want to have this uh this thing where, like, you know, um you want, you want to have a good sending off his character. I mean, that's definitely important to me, and I think it's important for all the story. Also, just trying to see if I can adjust this. Don't know what's going on here. Just want to double check. Can you guys hear me clearly? Because I'm just adjusting something on my mic just in case it goes a little bit funny. Just say yes, Sensei, or yes, CKN, or whatever's easiest. I honestly have been saying this to a lot of friends. I think this is Kreese's. If Kreese dies, I honestly think it'll be this season that they have been planning this for a while. I think it's more proof that they've been planning this. You're here. You can hear perfect. Oh, thank you guys. All right, cool. You know what? I think they've kept so coy in the silver stuff because it could go really either way. He's got to be in season 6, man. There's no Cobra Kai season 6 without Terry Silver. Like, come on. I mean, Silver and Kreese next season have to have that fight, man. We've got to see that fight. I can't wait to see it. It's gonna be such a interesting fight they have next season, and I won't be surprised if Kreese does something pretty crazy. I honestly can't wait to see what happens next season. I'm so excited for this. This season's gonna be something else, man. Yeah, I mean, the creators are definitely they're purposely not bringing him up because it's important for story and stuff. But yeah, um, okay, so if you guys love a good Rocky reference, which I do, and I'm sure most of you do, but John has confirmed that, or he already confirmed that we're gonna have more Rocky references next season. So I do feel like the footage that was in Barcelona, I do feel that will be a Rocky reference. It would be cool if "Gonna Fly Now" was the song, or they just played some music from the film. I mean, I remember last night, Strike First Media, me and him were on a call, and he sent me a snap of him listening to "War" in his car, the song from Rocky 4. I feel like a rendition of that in season 6 would be really cool for that Barcelona montage, but we might get something else, so, um, I'll see you later, Hawa. Thank you for joining the stream, as always. Definitely my most anticipated thing this year. Cobra Kai season 6, yes. I mean, I'm so excited for Cobra Kai season 6, Deadpool 3, The Boys season 4. There's like some really big Star Wars stuff I think coming this year with shows, but for me it's Cobra Kai, Deadpool 3. Um the I don't know if the Joker is my most anticipated, but I'm definitely excited for that. So there's a lot of good stuff coming this year, but in terms of shows, Cobra Kai 100%. I think we all do. I really want to see Terry Silver go crazy next season. Like, I want to see that Karate Kid Free Silver that really was unhinged, didn't care. He sort of just did whatever he wanted. Like, there would be something interesting with that. And I think like, yeah, it's definitely one of those things. Um, just trying to see. So I'm just thinking what other Rocky references we could get next season. Does anything strike your mind for you guys? Because it is quite interesting. It's definitely an interesting one. Also, I just remembered, I'm gonna be posting a really cool video in a bit about the panel that I did for Atlanta Comic Convention 2024. So if you guys keep on that, after this stream, there'll be a new video on that, which I can't wait to drop. He's not human, he's like a piece of iron. Oh my god, like, do you know what? If anything like that happens, that scroll technique will 100% be the thing that ends up happening after. Like, that would be nuts. We had something like that. I just can't wait to see what the finale is like, man. That finale is gonna be something else. It's gonna be incredible. Also, where is my I need to find something. Do 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 do. Boom 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 boom. That's a quote from Rocky 4. I actually forgot about that quote. I just remembered now. It's when isn't that when Apollo's trainer's talking to Rocky about him? Or is that when Ivan Drago's trainer's talking about Rocky? Trying to remember that. But no, this is a very big one that we need to discuss. I actually have a video about this to talk more in detail, but I will say this. Masked Jalen1 asked, can we expect more lore of Kreese and Silver in season 6? I really enjoyed the flashback scenes and hearing more about Kim Sung Young. John said this, and this is a very big thing for the Karate Kid, Miyagi verse, and the expansion of Cobra Kai. He said season 6 expands the Karate Kid Cobra Kai universe more than the first 5 seasons combined. So that's setting the tone with Cobra Kai season 6. The world building has been truly exhilarating. Excited for everyone to see the diversity of scenes we've been filming episode to episode. We're going so many new places in the Miyagi verse. He's not just saying that season 6 is going to have this bigger abundance of different types of scenes in this, this new season, but also like it just expands the universe more. And, could that be that it's going to tease what's going to come next for the guys in the valley, and also the chance of prequels? Yes, I'm sure we'll find that out, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. And I think we also have a um like some really interesting stuff. I honestly can't wait for the announcement that we're getting like a spin-off, because the big three are not going to stop with um they're not going to stop with like Cobra Kai. Like they are passionate filmmakers, and they know like fans are going to be more eager for Karate Kid um content, or especially with the Miyagi verse, that there will be more coming. And I honestly really I really want to see more on this whole universe. Like I've said this before, like I know people have asked me, what am I going to do after the show ends? Look, I talk about film and TV a lot on TikTok, on Instagram, and I've got another YouTube channel that started before Cobra Kai, but I will be posting more on that. But really, like with Cobra Kai, this universe ain't going nowhere. There's going to be a lot more coming from it. And I just want to say, wow, 133 viewers are in this. On YouTube, we have like 30 people, but from Twitter, we have a lot. So what's up to my Twitter audience? Because I never really go live on with my Twitter audience, but it's cool to connect even more. Also, yes, happy birthday to the Goat Peyton list. I actually should post, I should try and show you guys this really cool photo I got from one of the conventions that I went to recently. But I need to double check where it is, because it's in my iCloud, but I don't have a Mac or even a MacBook, so it might take a while to find. Um, Hopefully I can find this. And it won't be too complicated. Um, bum 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 bum. Oh, I think I might have found it. Okay, I don't think that's the one. But yeah, what do you guys think of this? How Cobra Kai season 6 expands the Karate Kid Cobra Kai universe? Because that's a very big thing for John to say, and I expect nothing less from this universe. It's been so great what they've been able to achieve with Cobra Kai, but so much more is coming. I can't wait. Um, Also, like, he didn't mention obviously Chris Silver, like Kim Sung Young, but it's definitely John's definitely talking about like the flashbacks and the law and how it expands on what it does to the legacy of Cobra Kai and like, the way of the fist and all that stuff. Like, there's gonna be so much. What's up, Cobra Kai Karate? How you doing, man? It's good to see you here, pal. Do you think what's up, Dale? Do you think it will be Daniel pre Karate Kid show? Well, to be honest, we've had Daniel's like backstory from the first three Karate Kid films. I mean, if you're talking like when he's even younger before that, see, I did think of an interesting idea. Could we see a flashback of Daniel from before he moved to, you know, California because he's from New Jersey. So, like, I'm curious if what the what the life was like for Daniel because he really missed New Jersey when he was in California, as we saw in the first movie. So I'd be interested in seeing a flashback on that, but I don't know if they will do that. Like, is it necessary for Daniel's story? I'm not entirely sure, but it would be cool. Just it has to service the characters right, and it has to make. But yeah, that's definitely exciting. And you know what's crazy? Barcelona is so close to me. Like, I obviously live in the UK, but Barcelona is like a 1 or 2 hour flight from me. So, I mean, if they filmed in the UK, you can bet I would have been there. But I wouldn't have leaked anything. I would have just saw it with my own eyes just to really enjoy the last season. But that would have been interesting. Um, Cobra Kai Karate. I'm gonna show you no mercy in Fortnite. Well, I don't actually play Fortnite, and I believe me and Cody never backed out. I think you were just fumbling. Um, I think the character that has the best development will be Kreese because I think it will dissect or something like that. Yeah, I definitely can see that happening, especially with Kreese being redeemed. I think the only way you can do that with it being so like honorable and winning like people over that don't like Kreese initially or didn't like Kreese initially, like I think that would be the best way to service his character because if he can get redeemed, and this story proves that anybody is capable of redemption, no matter how dramatic it is. But yeah, um, kind of hope Robbie wins the Sekai Takai. I mean, that's a big one. I hope he does get his limelight and he wins, but there's a chance someone else might win it. But I want Robbie to go all the way in the Sekai Takai. I mean, the man deserves it. Um, that's interesting. Do you think we will get more Bobby, Jimmy, and Dutch in season 6? I hope we get more Bobby and Jimmy. Also, hope we finally see Dutch in the season. I wouldn't be surprised if the creators of the show finally convinced him to come back. But also, I think it's like, why not? Why not bring Dutch back? Like, I mean, as in, why isn't I know Chad McQueen who plays Dutch isn't pursuing acting, but this would be great for him. There's only benefits for him to be in this last season and to be part of that legacy. Why in the hell not? Also, I think it's funny how his daughter deleted the Instagram post that said he wouldn't appear in the Netflix show at all. And that was like 3 years ago. I made a video on that. When she put this on an Instagram post because he really didn't want to come back. But why would you delete the post that states your dad isn't coming back at all? So they ruled out completely he wasn't going to appear in any season. But with the final season coming and now the post isn't there, that's kind of strange. So there's a chance that he will appear now. Dominic, thank you so much. I really appreciate that, man, and it means a lot to me, especially because there's so many great YouTubers that cover the show, and I'm glad you picked me. I I just think the support I've had though since the start of this channel has been phenomenal. So I love you guys. Thank you so much. It's a testament to the passion you guys have for the show and embracing that love with me as a fan as well. And you know, we're all here on this journey, and I'm so glad you're part of it. Um, but yeah, road to 100K. Also, for any users that are on through my Twitter or Facebook, if you have not subscribed to me yet on Cobra Kai Nation, please subscribe now to the channel. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at Cobra Kai Nation YT, and make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my Cobra Kai videos. And of course, the Karate Kid stuff as well that'll be coming out soon. I honestly think we can get 70K sooner than 60K. I'm so positive about that, and I'm just so motivated. I'm so excited for the future, especially this year with Cobra Kai. I mean, it's going to be a big year for Cobra Kai and Karate Kid fans for only the great reasons. It's just, oh my god, okay, Funko. I don't even think they would be watching this, but if Funko or someone that knew Funko or someone working for Funko, if they were watching this, can you please get these Cobra Kai Funkos out? I mean, especially for the last season. Let's get Miguel, Robbie, Sam, Tory, Eli, Hawk with the different versions with his mohawk. Let's get Kenny, Anthony, Dimitri, uh, Moon, like you know, Carmen, Amanda, literally everybody from the show. Get the big three as Funkos. That would be cool. Just let's just try and get more Funkos out. I want some more. There's so many badass outfits in the show. Like it would be awesome if we could get that. Um, thank you, Jackaroo. Appreciate that, man. Much love. Well, we got a spin off of Johnny Commons Baby. Haha, funny you mentioned that, Garrett. What's up, man? I actually think we're gonna get a focus on the child when they do the reunion for Cobra Kai. That's been my theory for a while now, but like, I think the kid is going to be the main character for the Cobra Kai movie they do, or like, you know, if they end up doing a season 7 instead, once the show's hit its 10-year anniversary, I think when they pick it up again, I think that'll be awesome. So yeah, we'll definitely see what they do with that, but that would be really cool. Also, stay tuned. I have a video coming out about what the name of the kid could be from if it's a male child, I actually have a feeling what the name could be. Um so it's quite an interesting idea. And if it's a female, I've also got on a choice there. Um which will be interesting. Sorry guys, I'm just doing something. Uh so I mean, they're definitely solidified now. So I think there's definitely going to be a lot for them this coming season, which will be interesting. Okay, so the next big question, I believe, this is so if for anyone that went to the Cobra Kai Live and Badass event, this is actually a really good question. I believe we are going to um we're gonna get a very interesting bit of marketing for Cobra Kai with another event potentially, because that event was so good. Um, for season 5. Bit of monster energy just splashed on my face. But yeah, John said he doesn't know what's Netflix's plan yet, but he'd be surprised if we go out with a whimper. I mean, Netflix don't let us down with that. This is quite an interesting one. Jay Burbridge asked, which character you most satisfied with the way you've written their arc development story across all 6 seasons? If you can't just pick one, what is the standout? John said, I'm proud of the thought we put into the arcs for all of our characters, and even more proud of the way actors brought them to life. It'll probably be easier for me to narrow it down to top 5 or 10 after the world has seen the final season, but for now I'll say Brooks. I mean, are we going to see Brooks next season? Because that's actually quite an interesting one. I think Brooks could appear next season. I mean, especially if we're getting, I mean, if we see like Aisha back and Brooks back, the season 1 characters, and you know, we see Sean return. I really want to see Sean in season 6. That would be really cool if we could see that. I think that would make sense. But yeah, I think we should I think we should definitely like consider the characters that would return. What characters do you really want to see return in Cobra Kai season 6? Like, put them in the comments. I want to hear your thoughts on that, because there's actually quite a few that I would like to see return, and hopefully we will see a bunch of these characters return. I think it would be awesome. Also, I believe that if we're gonna see OGs as well, I think that would be awesome. I think one of the do you guys honestly think we'll see Snake and Dennis next season? Because I'm still curious if they will appear. Because it is quite a few characters I think that I could imagine seeing in this upcoming season. Julie, she needs to appear. That'd be great. Ali has to appear. Rickenberger. You know what's funny? I was talking to John the other day, John Giangear, who plays Rickenberger. And like, you know, I just think every time of how great the show has been with his character and Mikey, and I would love to see those two return. It's a shame that the stunt team got changed in the sense that they weren't in the show anymore, but I really hope they can return at least, because you know, they're awesome. And I think like Rickenberger is definitely one of the best characters in the show that hasn't like had the biggest story arc, I'd say, because he's such an enjoyable character and he was getting lines, and I'm sure they had bigger plans with him and, you know, Mikey for season 4 in the future. And you know, Xander Stone, I don't think we should rule this out, but he could actually be in Miyagi Fang next season. Like, I could honestly see him with the next one. Like, has anyone even thought about that? Xander Stone and Miyagi Fang? What if they bring him back and he sort of helps them with the tournament? That would be quite interesting. But the thing is, the focus is going to be on the main kids already. I don't think he would be like, he could just join Miyagi Fang before the tournament, but it would be cool. He would be a great character to help prep some of the students, I think. Could you imagine if Xander Stone was like okay, so in the sense like with the Rocky 4, Apollo is helping Rocky train. Sorry, not Rocky 4, sorry, Rocky 3. Apollo was helping. Rest in peace to Carl Weathers as well. Still shocked about that. Imagine the way Apollo helped Rocky train for Clubber Lang in Rocky 3. Imagine Xander sort of helps Miguel in like just sparring and training for like his first Sekai Takai fight. I'm just thinking that'd be cool, but they never made like a big story with those two together, so like probably won't happen, but it would be cool. Just a little nod in that way. Dale, it's funny you say that because it's a big possibility that maybe Snake did that. We still don't know what happened to Snake or Dennis during those years, but hey, man, I won't be surprised if Dennis appears at least because he is. Dennis is a character that. Because William Christopher Ford, he's a legendary martial artist and he's a really cool guy. I won't be surprised if they have him in the last season and he basically has this way about him that is like different from the Karate Kid 3, but also it's going to be interesting how they go about this. I mean, he didn't have a big role in Karate Kid 3, but then I think it makes it easier for the big three to create something fresh for him. So yeah, that would be interesting. I mean, he wasn't in Topanga when we saw season 4. Sorry, no, he wasn't in Topanga in season 5, so there's a possibility there. I would also love it if Aisha returned as well with Komiko, Ali, and Jessica. We've got to see a scene where like all of them are talking. So imagine that Komiko, Ali, Jessica, Amanda, and Carmen are all talking about Johnny and Daniel, and they're like partners and stuff. And also like if Lucille and Rosa were there as well, that'd be quite funny. Even Amanda's mum, that'd be quite crazy. Yeah, it'd be interesting. They talked about the events. It's almost like if all the Aunt Mays from the Spider-Man movies were to like talk about each other's Peter Parkers and the differences and stuff. That just would have been funny. There's got to be a sweet moment like this in season 6, though. With all the craziness that's going to ensue in the chaos, I think the revelation is that there's going to be a positive note to the end of this series, and I think the wedding is a full circle to bring all the characters back and just have fun. Perhaps if it's not the wedding that has every character, there could be a moment where they celebrate the success of the Sekai Takai and they want to invite everybody. But that'd be interesting for sure. Yeah, I mean that's probably a possibility. I mean, if we see Xander in the next season, that'd be cool. But again, it'd probably just be a cameo, very small little thing like we saw in season 1. Oh, if Miguel fights Xander again. Like I said, maybe sparring for the tournament, like to prepare for it. But I don't know if they would. If Xander's in the tournament and he was in a dojo, which international dojo would he join? Because there's only 2 American dojos as of now: Cobra Kai and Miyagi Fang. And it looks like they don't have more American dojos as we know, because it's probably 1 per region. But then Miyagi Fang were the exceptions, so what a cool name. Can I just say, I don't know how you pronounce your name, but that is such a cool name. I think Robbie will probably win something in season 6. I mean, it's got to happen. Dre Parker, I don't think we'll honestly see him, and I think a lot of people forget the 2010 movie. We still don't know if that's fully canon yet to the Miyagi-verse. Like, just because the new Karate Kid film's happening doesn't mean it is. I mean, we still don't know what the whole canon logic is. So it just depends. I think we will get something regarding those guys soon. Like Julie Pierce especially, but Dre Parker. I think we need to still wait for a few things. But yeah, I'm just trying to think. Wow, 170 people. That's awesome. Sander joins Cobra Kai. What do you guys think about that? That'd be quite an interesting one, right? Um, just, I mean, he would probably have some motivation to go all that way and stuff. I like this question you asked, Melissa, about favorite Miyagi reference in the show. But John said the one about Miyagi and Daniels in the car visiting Miyagi's grave in episode 5 of season 1. But I think the best is yet to come. Oh, I think we're gonna get a scene with Miyagi, Miyagi's gravestone, and Johnny and Daniel bowing. The moment Johnny bows to Miyagi's gravestone is a full circle from the first movie, and also it actually links up with Pat Morita's wish for the 5th Karate Kid film to have Johnny return, and he wanted something to come out of that. I don't know if you guys actually knew about this, but could you even do a little video on it? That Pat Morita had this idea to have Johnny and Daniel's stories intertwined again for the 5th movie, and it'd be like Miyagi would be dying, I think, or something in it. But that would have been Cobra Kai before Cobra Kai even existed, so that would have been crazy to say the least. How that would have been. So that's an interesting one for sure. I hope that we get like a really nice reference to, like, maybe how Daniel and Julie first met. I think that they met at Miyagi's funeral. I still think that that would be interesting. Definitely a moment I want to see, because it would make sense, like, if Daniel's known her the whole time and they met. I mean, if Julie wasn't there, that would be kind of strange, like, unless it was like really far to visit, but still. That's an interesting one you bring up, Cobra Kai Galaxy. I mean, we still need to find out what those 2 mega fights are gonna be, but the fact that's episode 1, I'm thinking one of them has to be Kreese. It's gotta be. I also think one of the fights might be with Silver if he's getting out of prison really quickly. Maybe Barnes. It just really depends. Maybe one of the kids gets into a fight. Okay, that's funny. Oh, this is awesome. If they did a commentary podcast like John, Hayden, and Josh, that'd be cool. I like this question. Hi, John. How are all of you in the whole cast known since last season? I can imagine there's a lot of nostalgia. And yeah, there's an amazing energy. I feel like we've all been savoring every moment, both on and off the set. It's been a special ride and continues to be. Oh, that's going to be something for them. It's going to be a big one for those guys. I remember this. I actually covered this in a video. Melissa saying about, Cobra Kai series finale fighting one word. John said memorable. That could mean so many different things, though. What do you guys think John is exactly alluding to when he says that? It's an interesting one. I think I honestly won't be surprised if this is like probably a reference to Johnny and Daniel, although it could be someone else. So, I mean, it could be Kreese, could be him dying, could be about the students, could be about anything really. But I think it will be something on them lines. That's what I think. But yeah, just interesting things, guys. Very interesting things. I also do expect to see some interesting moments in that finale that not only sets up the future of the Miyagi-verse, but it gives us like more of this sense with of I would say like it would give us more of this uh understanding of what they're trying to achieve after the show. And this series finale is gonna be something else. Like I don't know how to fully describe this finale once I see it, because that's gonna be something else. But no matter what, it's gonna be a tear-jerking finale. We're definitely it's gonna be a sad one. I can already feel like it's gonna be very emotional, because it's also like the fact the show's ending, like that's another thing. And it's definitely gonna be a hard one to process. So it's been such a great journey, man. It's really been phenomenal. I really hope that this finale sticks the landing. I'm not saying that I doubt that. It's just that it's just one of those things you're gonna be thinking about, right? And man, this finale is gonna really be a big moment for all the fans and everybody. Oh, that would honestly be insane. Just seeing that finale and you know all of that stuff. Can't wait. Cannot wait to see. Um, wait, hold on. What the hell is this? Anyway, you know what? I have to say, respect to Paul Waterhauser for everything he does with wrestling, because he's really trying to do a lot more of that, and it's so cool seeing him do that. Like, I love it. Um, Also, there's a big tease here about the fights that we definitely need to talk about. Um, Dan Davis said the fight choreographs and writers did a phenomenal job making season 4's All Valley the best of the Miyagi-verse. Well, this Sekai Takai spanned 2 episodes as well. John said, I won't say how many episodes take place at the Sekai Takai, but I will say our stunt team will be deserving of all the awards for the work they've done on season 6. We've taken things up a notch. What do you guys think about the Sekai Takai's duration? How many episodes are you thinking? How many fights do you think we'll see? Because like I think this is going to be like double what we've seen in the All Valley. Like with qualifying fights, they're gonna definitely do a lot more, I think. And I, I really, I really hope that the Sekai Takai is not like so quick. I really want it to be like a big, feels like a global tournament, right? And the big three definitely want to go bigger and crazier with this. So I expect 3 episodes, 4 episodes minimum. That'd be cool. Wow, Kierman says 5 episodes. That's quite a crazy one. Imagine that though. That would kind of be like a whole volume of Cobra Kai, or like half a season. That's crazy. GN Luigi says I think it's gonna be 3. Yeah, I think minimum 3 works for me. Because think about it, especially if we're getting long episodes or longer episodes, it's gonna be something. Venno, I really appreciate that, man. Just got to shout you out here. The first Cobra Kai channel I've ever found, and my friend, and I started watching 2020, and since then I've made a YouTube channel, creating edits, 25 subs. You're an inspiration, bro. Oh, I really appreciate that, man. And especially if you're saying I inspired you to make edits. I mean, I don't do edits, but honestly, thank you so much for saying that. And well done on your 25 subs. That's really impressive. There's so many edit channels on YouTube now. I see. Like I've seen a lot of community, I guess, from TikTok has moved to YouTube, and they're posting loads of edits. I see so many in my feed, and they're so great. You guys are really talented with these edits, and I love seeing them. So keep making them. Keep making them. Also, I still can't believe some people made edits of me, like some really cool ones. For like, you know, I think it was around the time season 5 was coming out. But yeah, you guys are awesome. I absolutely love you guys. So I really appreciate your support. Sienna says, I think spans over 3, but the first one's when they arrive at the hotel. There might be a fight before. Ooh, see, that would be an interesting one. I like that. See, the hotel is there could be a really big tense moment in that scene. Especially if Sensei Kim's students are there. That's gonna be something else. It's gonna be. I'm just too excited. I'm honestly so excited for every little stream or discussion we have now because I just think of like what possibilities it could be with all of this stuff. It's gonna be something else. Just trying to think. I like this idea though. If there's a hotel fight, could you imagine like the Sweet Life of Zack and Cody mixed with Cobra Kai? Like they have like a fight in one of the lobbies, and then they go down an elevator and there's a fight. Oh, okay. It's been 10 years since Captain America: The Winter Soldier came out. That had the elevator fight. That's inspired a lot of scenes in films since then to do these elevator fights. I won't be surprised if we get an elevator fight next season. What do you guys think about that, eh? Eh? A hotel lobby fight would be something else though, but in like starting in a lobby, going into the elevator, that's like school fight vibes, if you guys think about it. Especially the way they could shoot that on camera and the way they move with it. That would be something else. What if they do like a one shot in a hotel lobby or the hotel for a fight scene? That would be tense. What if what if Miguel and Robbie are fighting someone Sensei Kim's students there? Or someone else? Or they just have like some sort of tension? That'd be kind of crazy. Um that's gonna be honestly crazy. Hey, what's happening, Craig? I'm doing well, man. How's it going? David, thank you so much. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for all the love. Appreciate you, dude. See, if Miguel's sort of fighting people and then Robbie comes in, that would be so cool. And he's like, "You okay, brother?" Um, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm so glad we're talking about this now because I honestly would love to see an elevator fight. Like, can you imagine Miguel and Robbie or Sam and Tory had an elevator fight? Or maybe just Johnny and Daniel. Can you imagine like there is a little moment where it's like before we get started, does anyone want to get out? If there's just like if you guys are serious about this, you better be ready. And then they just start fighting. Oh, that'd be nuts, dude. I'm not being funny, but Miguel and Robbie fighting in an elevator, they'd be kicking off the walls and stuff. We've seen Robbie do it against Sean in season 3 in Juvie. That would be such an insane fight, especially when they come out the elevator and they're still fighting. We gotta see that, dude. Oh, we gotta see that. I wouldn't be surprised if there's something that happens in Barcelona. It might not even be Sensei Kim students. It could just be some other dojos are getting pretty cocky and they think the guys in the valley are like not good enough. Or they just are like, oh, these guys are staying at a hotel. Let's go see what they're really about. And they try and get in the way of like, you know, the Miyagi fangs for their first fight or something. I mean, I don't think they would have had a fight because they're in a hospital, but if Johnny and Silver's second fight was in that, oh my god, dude, that would have been so crazy. Like, I could only imagine. That would have been crazy. I did. I could literally, if I was like imagining a scene, I could literally right now, I could write down how they could go about it. Like, imagine the tension starts in the hotel lobby. One of them backs away. They start fighting. People are coming out the elevator. They sort of move into the elevator and they're fighting. And then one of them is like, shit, like we're in an elevator. And then they try and kick. They end up hitting one of the buttons. It takes them to like the third or fourth floor. And then they're sort of still fighting. They get there. You see a shot where the doors go done, open. You see them both come out, whoever's fighting. If it's just Miguel fighting someone and Robbie, and one of them has to catch up to them, they're in another elevator, or they find out there's people in another elevator and they end up fighting them. That would be so crazy. Imagine Sam and Tory like just chilling at this moment, and they go, "What the hell are you guys doing? Like, what's going on?" And then they just sort of get involved and help them. That would be quite funny. Balcony fight. Oh man, I mean, that would be scary if something like that happened. A roof fight would be scary. Oh my god, Craig, that'd be that's actually crazy. That's good, Craig. I'm glad to hear, man. Hannah did mention Roy Miguel will butt heads again, but show me intense school and balcony. I think it's gonna be like brothers butting heads. I don't think it's gonna be like rivalry stuff. They need to move on from that. Um Alec, what's happening, brother? How you doing, man? It's good to see you here, dude. Have you ever seen Wheels on Meals? Well, I heard something of like Meals on Wheels or something. Cool. Isn't that like a saying? I don't think I have though, bro. Also, I know obviously you're in season 6. You can't tell us anything, but I hope everything's been well, bro. And obviously, um, it's gonna be a crazy season, dude. I can't wait. An elevator fight would be like Peter Griffin versus giant chicken fight. Oh my god. Oh, I was watching Toy Story 2 yesterday, and I was thinking of the elevator scene with the toys. Like, that was actually quite funny. Like, and then 10 years since Winter Soldier came out, this is literally like destined that we had to talk about an elevator fight scene in this stream. Um, that's crazy. Um, Mountain fights, Star Wars vibes. That's crazy. Oh no, I don't think I've actually seen that Jackie Chan. Um, I don't actually think I've seen that. No, I mean, to be fair, there is still a few films I haven't seen of Jackie's. Is there? Let me look this up quickly. Just if, like, let me see if. No, I don't think I've actually watched that. Oh no, that's the Summer Hung film. Okay, I do remember. Like, I think I saw some of it, but like, I didn't know the name because, like, I do remember seeing a film with him and Jackie. But yeah, I haven't watched it, but that came out the same year as The Karate Kid, so yeah, that is interesting that it's in Barcelona though. I'll definitely check it out, brother. Thanks for the recommendation. Like, I always love watching martial arts films I've never seen, especially when Jackie's in it, or like, I watch so much Bruce Lee, but Jackie's got so much I've never seen. It's like it's kind of crazy. Um, yeah, yeah, dude. I love Sammo Hung, man. He is a boss. Like, you've seen Ip Man, he's. I actually believe Hiro Koda, who was the previous stunt coordinator for Cobra Kai from seasons 1 to 3, he actually worked with Sammo Hung in a show. I think it was a series that Sammo was in. I think it was when Sammo was a little bit older, and obviously Hiro was much younger. Um, it's actually really cool as well. Hiro is also spoken about. What's it called? Yeah, Hiro was what's it called? He was also in Rush Hour 3. If you watch the scene when they're at the hospital and Kiddo is one of the guys that's fighting Jackie and Chris Tucker, and like literally it's funny because I remember rewatching. I was like, "Yo, um, that was kind of crazy." um, just saw Sholo's story about how to date Billy Walsh. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but it's actually really good, funny. Um, but yeah. Oh, martial law. I remember that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Martial law is the show. I remember, like I mentioned before. Yeah. Just from that comment alone, there'll be epic fights in season 6. Yeah. I think I I think like with this next season, there's gonna be some crazy fights. Alec, I don't know if there's anything you can say if you're allowed, but is there anything you can say about the fights that's like just a little tease for fans? I don't even know if you're allowed to say anything. I don't want to get in trouble. I mean, if you spoke to the other Cobras on set about uh Samo Hung and all those guys, yeah, that's actually cool because like I know some of the Cobras in the show, they're big martial arts fans, other than the stunt Cobras, but like yeah. Um what if some of Sensei Kim's students injure Hawk right before the finale? Oh, I mean, we've already had a Hawk injury, but I won't be surprised if they try and injure Tory because I think Sensei Kim does not like Tory. Like I genuinely feel that. Uh it's probably gonna be one of those things. So yeah, I just feel like that's quite a crazy one. Oh my god, just saw this like one of those awkward ass videos. Oh my god. Um, yeah. Do you think Judy from Jersey will show up in season 6? Never know. I'd like to see some sort of scene on the plane on the way. It doesn't have to be fighting, could be some touching dialogue. Oh, that's actually a good one. Good thing that you mentioned. Because I do believe they're gonna film something on a plane. That's what I heard. So we'll see. Really can't say anything except what John said in the tweet. That's absolutely true. Dude, I cannot wait to see what you guys are cooking up. And it's gonna be crazy. I have no doubt. The stunt cobras are hard at work. I'm sure they're gonna do amazing. Can't wait. Um, what's up, Jay? You're trolling hard. You've probably seen season 5, dude. I don't know. You always keep telling me this. No idea what you're, why you haven't, if you haven't seen season 5, but yeah, just watch it if you haven't, dude. What's up, Hassan? Sensei Kim will likely sweep the leg to one of her students. You know what? I can see her saying this in Korean. Let me look up the translation, what sweep the leg is in Korean. I'm sure it's like probably sounds really fucking badass. Or what if she just put her out of commission like Kreese did? And like Kreese understood what she said because it's in because he knows some Korean. I don't know if I can pronounce this. I'm like playing it. I'm actually on Google Translate. I'm trying to play what it is, but Tarilu Suda? Tarilu Suda. Tarilusu Da. I honestly don't know. What about put her out of commission? That's a big one. I don't know if I can say that. Let me share my screen so you guys can like hear this this whole like you can literally see it for yourself kind of thing. It's kind of crazy, you know. Okay, so I'm sure you guys can hear this.
그녀를 임무에서 제외시키다.
Did you guys hear that? I'm sure I shared the tab audio unless I do it again. Or I share tab audio. She does not like Tory. I think we've got just remember this, guys. I think like with all that stuff with Tory, I definitely think like she knows Sensei Kim doesn't like her, and I think in the tournament that's going to be a concern for her. And I know at some point in season 6 she'll probably tell Daniel and Johnny what happened, and I think that might be a conversation she has with Daniel, because Daniel will be like, you know, I'm in Cobra Kai. No, I was once in Cobra Kai, and you know how like he basically had the same thing with Tory, like you know the thing with his hand, like they made his hand bleed because of Terry Silver. Terry Silver technically indirectly did that to Tory because he was there when Sensei Kim ordered to like punch that cinder block on the stand. It's really messed up though because Tory did something. Tory literally like Daniel was hitting wood, I think, but Tory was hitting an actual like cinder block, so it's kind of crazy. So Tory might have that weakness in the tournament, like she can't use that hand. I won't be surprised if if her students are going to be like blocking that hand and making sure she can't use it, and then it's like more of a one-handed fight with her, or it's just a force kicks. That's going to be something though. Those students are not to be messed with. I bet they're crazy at martial arts because they sound like they're day oneers. Okay, but let's go back to this. The tweets. What's up, Black Panther? Edits, good to see you the other day as well. Side run edits. They know how to hype us to the extreme even without giving big details. This is why I love the creators of the show. They're really good at it. And I think you just get more engrossed with the show's like hype because of that. They do such a great job of that. What's up, Chosen? How you doing, dude? Good to see you here, man. I can relate. I don't know how many full times I've watched, like, let's just say the series as a whole, but individual seasons. I've at least seen each season like 4 or 5 times now, at least. Maybe the earlier seasons more than the later seasons, but I've still watched it a lot. I'm still watching, rewatching season 4 as well. Just trying to figure out. I'm just trying to figure out if we see Sekai Takai in like 3 episodes, where could that be? Maybe the mid-season? John also says that Dimitri's gonna shine like a diamond in season 6, so definitely looking forward to that. Dimitri's got an interesting arc now. I think they need to buff him up a little bit. I think the Binary Brothers thing with him and Eli, I feel like at the end of season 5, they felt more like equal in their fighting ability now, just because of the way they went about that fight in the finale. But I feel like that was just there was moments for him to shine. I feel like Eli and Dimitri will probably be more balanced in that sense that You know, when they're not trying to. I wouldn't say nerfing is the right word to describe Eli if they make him more like or Dimitri's at his level. I feel like they need to buff Dimitri to make him equal to Eli, but they'll be equal in season 6. Like I think they're gonna have some badass moments in that. Um, yeah, I think Kreese is gonna not like the way Sensei Kim's going about that because I think also this links to Kreese having bloody hands when he hit the glass window in remember he broke his hand when he punching those car he missed Miyagi stepped out the way and he broke the car window and he had bloodied hands. He's gonna think of that when he finds out Sensei Kim is the reason why Tory had that hand injury. And also he knows Daniel had that with Terry Silver, but I don't think he'll care about that. It's more like he doesn't want Tory getting hurt. Kim will also be after Robbie. She knows about Tory and Robbie dating. You know what? That is definitely vulnerability for them as well. But Sensei Kim, if she goes to that length, in that sense, she already did too much with Tory last season. I think she's definitely the craziest sensei if that's the case. Or maybe Terry Silver's like more crazy. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate that, dude. Really do. When we get close to season 6, I will rewatch all season 5. I mean 5 seasons again. I mean, definitely binge it. So like maybe every day watch an episode. And then up until the release date, or the first volume at least. I really want to know the first episode title. I hope they drop that soon. Maybe we get that in the trailer. You never know. Would be a cool little thing. Do you think we'll get the next Karate Kid in 4K? Is that what you meant, Dale? The next. Oh, the new Karate Kid, or the next Karate Kid. I think the new Karate Kid. They always release stuff eventually on 4K, so I'm sure. You think Sekai Takai will be episode 6, 7, 8? I don't know what episodes are going to be. No idea, but like, would be interesting if it is like the mid-season. Because I feel like there's so much more going on after the Sekai Takai. I feel like they've got so much to do this season. I don't even know if they might have that towards the end of the season, but like, I think we'll see some episodes mid-season, the early qualifying stages, and towards the end of the season, it's like the bigger fights, the semis, the quarters, semis, and the finals, and in different locations as well. Oh, also, Alec, I have checked out your YouTube channel, Action Filmist. It's really cool, dude. It's awesome. Love the content you guys are doing over there. Yeah, I agree, Sienna. Dimitri is definitely underrated as a fighter. I mean, he held his own against Robbie in season 4, but Robbie was always going to beat him, of course, because he's just so much better in that way. You mean Eli and Dimitri? I feel like in some ways they'll probably do that because I think it makes sense within their characters. Hawk has always been more aggressive as a fighter, but he's more balanced now because of Miyagi-Do, and we saw that with the fight he had against Robbie. So it's interesting. Also, I think we'll probably get more on what's it called? Yeah, I can honestly imagine like them in training would be they'll probably show some of that. But yeah, I think Kim and her students will lure Miyagi Fang into a trap where the students will physically and mentally beat Miyagi. You know what? If that happens, and they get caught as well, they'll probably get disqualified out of the tournament. But if that is the reason why Miyagi Fang wouldn't win or go far because of these injuries, that would definitely be like disappointing. But I can see them doing something like that. Like Sensei Kim doesn't show mercy, so Yeah, especially with Kreese with her as well. Like they're not gonna give any chance for their opponents. They'll probably do something crazy. It has to be crazier than what the others have done as well in the past. Also, I think it would make sense if we see them go up a notch in that way. Some episode titles were leaked. Don't think it's real, unfortunately. Are you talking about the ones on Reddit? Because those aren't real. I can tell you now. Uh, they just I debunked this a while ago. Actually, I think it was like 2 months ago. They were out, but someone made them up. I think Drew covered it as well, and he said the same thing. Cody as well. A bunch of my mates have. We just definitely thought they look fake. I think. What's up, Gerard? It's been a while. I think the tournament is going to be one very long episode, or like 2.5 hour episodes. You mean like the runtime? Because I don't think it would just be one personally. I think it'd be too short unless like they really do like a long type thing. That'd be cool. But yeah, let's get to the next question. What makes the Sekai Takai so special? The unpredictability, the international scope, the skill level of the fighters. Interesting. That very interesting. Will Robbie fans be happy this season? Is there anything you can say about Robbie this season? Your opinions on him, guys? Definitely stay tuned for this because John said Tanner Buchanan is doing tremendous work this season. Robbie fans have a lot to look forward to. I'm looking forward to Robbie in season 6. I mean, definitely a big season for him. Like we said, the Sekai Takai. But yeah. I think a lot of people want him to win. So I hope he gets his shine. It would be a huge moment for him. And I think we all want Robbie to get his shine. You know, I'm a big Miguel fan and a big Robbie fan, but you know, I want to see them both shine. But Robbie definitely deserves that shine. Damn, we've hit the nearly the 2 hour mark. I'm just reading comments from my phone. Just might be easier to look back at some. What do you think about Mary saying Sam will be different this season? She said she now understands Sam more than she did originally. And I think she's talking about the journey with the show and just understanding the character more, but definitely an interesting one she mentioned when she said that. I personally think there will be a difference with every character. I mean, Mary might not making it an exclusive thing, like, you know, she's just probably saying that for her experience, Mary's different now. I mean, Sam's different now. But yeah, I think she was sort of alluding to that, sort of saying, you know, she understands Sam better than she did, or understands the writing more now than she did before. So definitely interesting. Do you think Cobra Kai moves? I think the Cobra Kai moves that Daniel learned. Do you think he'll use on Terry like the moves he did when punching the wood? I honestly won't be surprised if Daniel taught the Quicksilver method in a certain sense to some of the students if, you know, things are really bad with those Sensei Kim students. But it's going to be hard to see them use these techniques in the tournament because even if the Sekai Takai is a more brutal tournament to be in and the fighting is so much more aggressive and they're going to have to do certain things more, I don't know if I like the idea of them using dirty techniques because then it kind of contradicts them. But at the same time, the show is getting crazier, so you can never be fully sure with that. Um, but yeah, I guess we'll find out. That'll be interesting, though. Imagine if Kreese abandons Kim during the tournament. She has a student injury Tory. See, that could be the melting point for their chance in winning the global tournament. I think that might give Kreese a bigger perspective. Like, is it more about Cobra Kai dominating, or is it the morality of his actions and the consequences? Because I don't think Kreese really he doesn't he said life has shown him no mercy, and he's so strong in his ways about that. I don't think he wants anything to cloud his judgment on that, but I do think when he sees Tory looking over at him when Sensei Kim's trying to hurt her, I feel like there will be a moment where Kreese is like, maybe when they get the break after the fight, he's gonna say, "Why did you didn't need to do that?" And then Sensei Kim might be like, why did that matter?" And she might doubt Kreese if he starts showing this softer side to him. But that could be Kreese's way of saying, I'm done with this shit. Like, but the thing is, if he doesn't embrace that or call out what Sensei Kim is doing to her, I think that is the most messed up thing Kreese has done lately. I would not be happy with that. Um, like screw Kreese if he does that. And also, I think we're definitely gonna get some crazier moments with Kreese next season. Like, not just him being very savage, but I think being more human. But they have humanized him a lot, sort of like what they did with Thanos in Avengers: Infinity War. Oh, good question. Any rematches you want to see next season? I mean, there's definitely a few, but I think. I mean, I think I want to see rematches in different ways for different reasons. So, like Miguel and Robbie, I want a rematch, but more like a sparring one. I want. Mm, I expect to see Mike and Silver. I want to see them fight next season. I want to see Daniel and Silver fight. I want to see Johnny and Silver fight. I want to see Kreese and Johnny fight. I want Kreese and Silver to fight. Daniel and Kreese. Imagine if Silver and Kreese fight Daniel and Johnny at the same time. That would be crazy. Dude, that would be so nuts. Oh my god. I want Chosen to fight Silver again. That'd be kind of crazy unless he fights Sensei Kim with her senseis. I want the senseis to fight Johnny, Daniel, Chosen. Like, I want Sensei Kim's senseis from her dojo, literally the ones back home, to fight Johnny, Daniel, Chosen, Mike. If Bobby's like helping them in that sense, in that regard, if it's that deep, that'd be crazy. Chosen, I want to see him fight. He's like arguably the best hand-to-hand fighter in the series right now. So that would be interesting to say the least. But also, like, I hope we get to see a big fight with Kreese. And oh yeah, I can't forget the younger characters as well. I want to see Miguel and Robbie team up with Johnny and Daniel. Sam teaming up with Daniel to fight so and so. I would love to see Sam and Miguel and Robbie fighting some adults perhaps together, or like if you can imagine, what's the character's name? Oh no, imagine Johnny Miguel fighting like the characters together, but Johnny Miguel and Robbie together would be badass. And Sam, Tory, and if Julie Pierce is teaming up with them, that would be fucking badass. I hope we see that. Master Strategist, you said, what do you think? What do you think is happening with Kyler in season 6? Honestly, I'm actually curious what's going on with him as well. Like, how can they redeem him when he's like the one character for like, okay, if you're gonna redeem Kreese, then yeah, you could redeem Kyla, but he's done some stuff where it's like this mother. He's like so what's the word? He's done some really messed up stuff. Like, we don't even need to go into massive detail to explain that. Like, you just know and seen what he's done. It's so messed up. Like the stuff with Sam in season 1. Like, still haven't forgotten that. Bullying Dimitri and Eli, and the stuff they did, and like obviously Miguel as well. The stuff in season 1. I know that was in the past now, but still crazy if he gets away with that. Yeah. Pressure points chosen using talk against Daniel could be used. You never know. I also can't rule out Kenny knows the silver bullet as well. So he is he knows that stuff as well. So that's quite an interesting one as well. So I'm curious how the techniques that we already know can be incorporated, but I feel like in the Sekai Takai, they're gonna have to do something more aggressive. But yeah, let's see what else. Oh, Hawk has a strong following in the fandom. What can us Hawk fans look forward to? His most epic Mohawk to date. Jon has teased the Mohawk once again. And I will say this. I don't think we're getting one color for the Mohawk. I generally feel like they might do something more crazy. I just think we've seen so many different colors. Like, what's next? Like orange? To represent Miyagi-Do. Like, are they gonna do something themed for the Sekai Takai? That'd be cool. I mean, I would love to see like them going more crazy with the Mohawk for Hawk. But yeah, I really hope that we see that. That'd be really cool. And it would be badass if we saw like a Mohawk that was like, let's say for example, like it was like more than one color or represented something. Hawk and Miguel have had entertaining fights. I've seen rematch between two. Yeah, like a spar. Or Daniel and Mike will have a rematch. That would be interesting to teach the students something. Maybe. What if What if Daniel basically rehearsed the fight he had with Mike in Karate Kid 3 and was teaching the technique he used against Barnes? Like, that'd be quite interesting. What if the old CKs come back, for example, Bobby and Dutch helping Johnny with Silver and Kreese? That would be crazy if they did that. Imagine that. I'm just trying to think. If Kreese was in Miyagi-Do, I don't see him like doing anything respectful. I mean, he hates Miyagi-Do from what we know. Okay, Brian, why would you think that? I'm curious. Vidal could be in the last season. I mean, he might be a sensei for another dojo. It'll be interesting if he is in the Sekai Takai. Yeah, I like the blue at the end of season 5. I just think I'd like to see a combination of colors. I mean, the purple Mohawk didn't really last that long. The one that Eli had in season 4, obviously he got the Mohawk cut off as well, but I actually really like that look. Kenny and Anthony might have a fight. I mean, Kenny is beating him though, because he's unless they buff Anthony up. Black and gold, if they're champions, that'd be quite a cool little thing he does. Black Mohawk. It just doesn't stand out, but you never know. What if Silver breaks out of prison and meets with Kim Sung Young and they both bring back Cobra Kai? That would be interesting. I still don't know the stance with Silver. I mean, if he tries to help Kreese again, I can imagine he's trying to like weasel himself back in. But also, if Silver is trying to go against Kreese, um, he might not know that Kreese is like teaming up with Kim, because that could be another thing. Because Kreese might try and get ahead of Silver this time, especially if you see Silver's out of prison. Tylee said, "Oh, what's up, Tylee? It's been a while. So excited for the scenes that they filmed in Spain. Those scenes were cool. It didn't spoil a lot either. I will say Kyle's the worst character in Cobra Kai. He's done some pretty bad things. Like Joe Sir, who plays him, does such a great job portraying him, but you could argue he's the worst character in terms of what he's done to characters. Uh, just out of the younger characters, we need a nod to Pat Johnson. Yeah, rest in peace, Pat Johnson. Such a legend. That was really tremendous loss there. He might have been in the last season if he was still around. You never know. They would definitely kick ass a lot together. Like, well, I want to see a proper team up with them next season. And Devon, oh my god, Sam, Tory, and Devon, like that's a trio I'd love to see like fight together as well. We nearly got that in season 5, but I think they left it for like the next season. Um, what I was gonna say is red mohawk was my favorite. I think Jacob said his favorite color was the red mohawk as well. I think we talked about that on the panel actually. Do you think Silver and Kreese will fight? Yes, 100%. I'm seeing a big fight with those two. I can totally see it. Black Panther edits. What do you think the new Miyagi Fang name and logo will be? Because Gianni said in episode 1, a new dojo name and we'll need a new logo. He also said that at the end of season 3. So, like, that's been something for a while. I honestly think, like, we will get... I could definitely see, like, there being a really huge moment in this upcoming season where I'm just trying to think. I feel like the reveal will probably happen very early. I know Hayden said episode 1, but maybe he was joking. But I would not be surprised if we got, you know, something as soon as this first episode. Sorry, just sneezed. Yeah, Tyler, thank you for being here. That really means a lot. Thank you so much. And also, it's gonna get really exciting when the trailer comes out. I cannot wait for that first trailer. I know you guys are gonna be excited too. But yeah, I think I think we might be near the end of the Q&A. Will Miguel fans be happy this season? He said if you like floppy head Sholo, you'll like what you see. I mean, Sholo's hair's had such a journey. I feel like we need to commemorate a video to that. It's quite funny. Robbie's also had a pretty crazy hair journey as well. It's quite cool to see what Sholo's done. Like just the fact that he just keeps growing his hair longer, but he did get a slight haircut when they were originally filming in May last year. Okay, so that is pretty straightforward. I mean, I will ask you guys, what is your favorite hair for Miguel? I still think season 4 and 5, end of season 4, start of season 5 was my favorite because at the end of season 5 it's so curly and so much like so much weight to it. Yeah, I also think this is one of the biggest. The emotions for next season are going to be huge. Jimmy asked how many times you're going to make me cry this season. John said, I can't tell you how many times, that varies person to person, but make no mistake, you will cry. definitely gonna get some tear jerking moments next season, guys. Like I'm so ready for it, but uh the creators are gonna do something. um it's gonna be so emotional. It's just one of those seasons, you know, that's very like uh so much going on, and I think we definitely want that emotion to carry us for this journey with the show, but it's gonna be sad. It's gonna be a sad season. But yeah, I'm sure we're all gonna be crying. You're welcome, man. I really appreciate you being here, and I'm so glad so many people have tuned in. Like, we've had, I don't know if you can see, but overall we have 220 people, 181 people from Twitter, 38 from YouTube, one from Facebook. But I don't really live stream through Facebook a lot. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys all being here. And like I said, if you are not subscribed and you are watching this through Facebook or Twitter, please subscribe now to Cobra Kai Nation. Uh, I'm already at 60.1K, which is nuts. We just hit 60,000 subscribers on the channel last night. Thank you guys all for your support. Really means a lot. And also, I'm so honored by this like Cobra Kai journey with the show and just me as a content creator and being a big fan. I I really appreciate you all. And also, I think we are definitely going to have some emotional moments next season. And Sienna, I couldn't agree anymore. Like, I really want them to have that and sort of reflect on the last few seasons with their arcs and stuff. And you know, they might have some flashback kind of. They might have a montage of them from like previous seasons and them just laughing about it now. They might even have like a cause together because of Johnny. You never know. Imagine if Johnny took out Miguel and Robbie for a drink, and imagine if there was like Miguel, Robbie, Sam, and Tory all got like drunk together and enjoyed each other's company. Like, in the sense like they're not fighting, they're just really like vibing and having a good time together. But Miguel and Robbie, I can imagine them having a heart to heart, but I can also imagine that same episodes Johnny's get some drunk or something. That would be really funny. Um Oh, you're welcome, David. Thank you for joining this stream today. Um I can't wait to see those new geese. Even if it's just we end up just finding out Miyagi Fang will just be Miyagi-Do, like, which might be the case, or looks like it'll be likely the case. I can't wait to see these new keys. I can't wait to see what Frank Helmer and the costume department has done. They do such a great job with the geese every season. I can't wait. Um, does anyone shit in a tuba this season? But love Owen Morgan, massive shout out to him. But yeah, this is literally it's quite funny actually. Cody had a Q&A on his birthday. John's Q&A on his birthday. But yeah, that's the rest of the Q&A, guys. So that is it for today. I will be doing some videos on like more videos to talk about all this stuff because it is like a lot. And you know, had so much fun discussing with you guys. We've had nearly a 2-hour stream. You know, normally I don't do 2-hour streams now. It just is a lot for me. And like there's so much to talk about now. But I won't be back for stream tomorrow because I've done one on Thursday and now Saturday. But I want to round off this. We can honestly do the last. I don't mind doing this for 2 hours. So like another 11 or 10 minutes to go. We can definitely round this off with any questions you have about season 6. Like, I'm not ending the stream yet, so don't go. I'm still gonna be staying on for a bit. So yeah, shoot your questions, or I might bring some of you in if you want. If you want to talk about any Cobra Kai season 6 theories and stuff, you know what? I'm gonna send a link so you guys can join us. I don't honestly know if this is gonna go to my Twitter viewers or Facebook, but um, if you are watching this through Twitter, let me see if I can try and send you a link. Is there a way I can? Let's have a look. Here we go. So let's see who comes in. I actually do miss coming in, bringing you guys in to talk because it's always fun. I love this channel. I appreciate that. All right, we have someone already in here. Sebastian, what's happening, bro?
Hey, Shamoon. Nice to connect. Sorry. I think the audio is echoed. Let me see if I can fix that.
Oh, no worries, bro. I can hear you clearly, though.
Okay, sounds good. All right. Hi. I believe this is the first time I ever connect on video.
Yeah, yeah, it's good to meet you, man. I know I've seen you are very active in the community talking about Cobra Kai, like in my comments on my videos on the streams. I really appreciate that. And I know you're a big fan of the show. So I'm sure you have a lot of predictions for season 6. So is there anything in particular you want to see or anything you want to discuss?
Sure. I think I look forward to how Anthony, like when the kids get back to school, how Anthony will deal with Kenny when they see each other at school. Because I don't think Kenny will be as aggressive. Maybe he'll be a little upset, but he probably won't be as aggressive as he was in season 5 because he finally learned the truth about Cobra Kai, at least on the side of the people who on like the Miyagi Fang side of the story. And I, I could imagine Anthony and Kenny running to each other, and Anthony is saying like, I'm not gonna bother you or something, but then Kenny, I don't think Kenny will immediately apologize, but maybe when he is ready to say sorry, Anthony says, thanks for apologizing. Now I'm leaving, but he doesn't really want to hang out with him because he still feels a bit offended by what Kenny did to him last season. And then Kenny takes it way personal that he doesn't completely accept his apology. And then when Kenny gets out of hand, then the principal will see him, and then they both get sent to the office, and Kenny's the one getting in trouble. They call his dad. That's the prediction I have for how the situation between their beef could be handled.
Yeah, that's actually a really great thought out theory because I think that with Kenny and Anthony, that's going to be a dynamic that could disrupt the young characters, and I really hope that they resolve their stuff quick because Robbie was telling him in season 5, like, you and he's saying to Kenny, you and Anthony should just hash it out, like, because and then Miguel looks over to Robbie, like they had 4 or 5 seasons of beef. Daniel and Johnny had over 30 years of beef that didn't get resolved. But look how quick Miguel and Robbie resolved it in comparison to Johnny and Daniel. Kenny and Anthony can only or should only follow suit with that. And I can understand, like, at first it might not be Kenny's idea, but because of everything with Cobra Kai, he might change his whole viewpoint on how to feel about the rivalry. So they're constantly learning. These kids are young as well. I think people forget they don't know it all. They're not super mature, but they learn very quickly from what the story does and how they go about it. So I think I like what you said there. I think definitely next season there's got to be some moment between the two, and we get to see an interaction with them that's like they're on the same page now, and they've got to like put this behind them and just sort of apologize. I mean, they both bullied each other in a way. So, yeah, I think Anthony's got to like. I know he tried to say sorry to him in season 4, but Kenny wasn't having it. I think Kenny needs to just give him that chance now, and they just got to move forward. And they've got this big tournament. There's got so much crazy things going on this season, so there's like a lot next season to like go into. And there's more important things and bigger fish to fry. So that's my perspective on it. But yeah, I loved what you said there, and I think with this next season, it's more about having this sense of a reality check. Like, not every rivalry needs to be full blown and crazy. Like, some will end quicker than others, and I just don't understand why people want a rivalry now with characters. Like, we're at the point now. It's the show isn't black and white, in the sense like you can clearly tell who's good and bad, but that's the perspective thing. It operates in the gray, but could you imagine like there's fans that still want certain characters to fight? Like, why? We're at a point now where characters coming together, we got new dynamics. Kenny and Anthony could be really good friends. They're both nerds at the end of the day. So,
That is
Kenny
true.
Kenny and Anthony could bond over Dungeon Lord, and Dimitri and Eli, they're nerds too. They could definitely have like a. I wouldn't be surprised if that there's a scene where all of them are like playing D&D or something. Like, that'd be quite funny though.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, is there anything else for season 6 that you're hoping to see? Before I get the next person in.
Okay, sure. Last thing I will comment is that I don't really be much of a shipper, but I hope that Miguel and Sam will end up loving each other again to hang out together very often. While Tory and Robbie, they also want to see each other very often. But because Miguel and Robbie are about to be stepbrothers, they're gonna have like a mutual baby half sister, and maybe it's gonna be a boy, we don't know yet, but I look forward how Miguel and Robbie are gonna have to deal with having a mutual little sibling, and how they're gonna get their either their exes or their soon to be reunite girlfriends, because they're gonna be like let's say stepsisters in law, something like that.
You know what? I want to see them, all 4 of them, go out for dinner, and like maybe they all go to golf and stuff together and just have a good time. Like, I want to see some like really nice scenes with those guys. Like, they've always had this like rivalry thing and relationship stuff, but like I just want them to sit down, eat food, and just chill, and them like sort of have this new dynamic where they're like the core 4, sort of like how they talk about the characters in Scream 6. They called them the core 4, and they make a joke about it. Like, I can see Miguel, Robbie, Sam, and Tory just having a lot of moments of that next season. But yeah, I can't wait to see their relationships as well, because Sam and Miguel were solidified at the end of season 5, and pretty much with Tory and Robbie as well. So I don't think they're going to do anything like none of that team drama in a sense, like, oh, Sam and Miguel break up again and Tory and Robbie have complications. I think they're done with that. So I hope they don't do any of that next season. I hope it's just this new dynamic we get to see with them just being friends and being able to understand each other. And you never know, there could be something like Sam and Tory had in common, but they never got the chance to know that because they've obviously just had this karate rivalry. Same with Miguel and Robbie. Like, maybe Robbie and Miguel have like a similar taste in music, or like they get each other into something new. I just want to see some brother moments with them as well. Like, it would be funny if Johnny gets Miguel and Robbie drunk together, and like there's like a whole funny montage of those 3 going out, or I don't know, it'd be funny as hell. But yeah, man, thank you for coming in. It was great to talk to you, Sebastian. I always see you, like I said, on the streams. I really appreciate your support.
Thank you. I agree. Yeah, well, I agree with all that I remember you saying this last couple of minutes. So you're welcome. I appreciate your appreciation, and I'll let the next person pass.
No worries, man. Thank you for coming in, man. Really appreciate your time, dude.
Bye. See you.
Have a good one. Take care. Okay, let's see. We're at the 2-hour mark, guys. So I'll get one more person in. Let's get in Tyrell Master 3000 or 300. What's happening, man? Tyrell, are you there, bro? If you're not, bro, I can come back to you, so don't go anywhere. So Black Panther edits. What's happening, man?
Hello, Shamoon.
How's it going?
Good.
You well?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You looking forward to season 6?
Yeah.
Any big predictions?
Probably, yeah, like I would like to see a fight between so I want Kreese and Silver to have a fight, and then Johnny takes over the fight, and then Kreese ends up like like dying and stuff, and then light flashes before his eyes, and
Yeah.
then he says, "I'm sorry for everything."
Yeah.
But yeah, but
Do you think Kreese is dying next season, like 100%?
yeah, I mean he's got to, because like he keeps like well, not every season, but in the films and in some of the seasons they kept saying he fakes his death, he fakes his death, and it's just like
I agree. Yeah, that happens
he's
so
gotta
much.
go, he's gotta go.
He's got to go. Yeah, I think like it's one of those things where like, is this man gonna finally die? 'Cause
Yeah,
he keeps like, yeah, like you're right. You're totally right, bro. Like he keeps faking his death. Like, how many times is he gonna do that? Like, this man has to finally lay rest at some point. But yeah, I mean, you're spot on. I think, but it's also the story of his redemption. I think him dying in a redeeming way is the big way to conclude his character. And Kreese is a stubborn guy. He's
yeah,
believed in this no mercy thing for so many years because that's how he lived. He was shown no mercy, so he believes he has to do the same in return. But I think there's going to be moments where he starts to see is this whole thing is not really how he should have been going about it. And I think that's when he becomes this redeemed version where he does save Johnny or whoever it is. And
yeah,
it will be at the brink of death, I feel, because I feel like Kreese, the real parts of Kreese that develop for me is the life and death scenarios. And like
yeah.
Vietnam was a turning point for him, but that changed him a lot. Because people were rooting for young Kreese in the flashbacks, but when Kreese got out of the army, and we saw him in the first Karate Kid, and the way he is now, with the way we understand what he's trying to do for his students and just looking out for them, it's
Mm,
definitely like an interesting perspective he has. But he's obviously quite extreme. Like same with Terry Silver. Well,
yeah.
the Cobra Kai way is extreme, but yeah. I mean, do you think Do you think something might happen to Silver, or do you think is Kreese the only character you feel like they could axe off?
I mean, Silver, I don't know. I think he's so like like manipulative. Like I think he could get away with faking his own death. Like I think he could get away with it and just like disappear for like another 35 years, like how he did. Because like he explains where he was after Karate Kid 3, he went downhill, then he
Mm.
went back up, and then all of this. But who knows, like, because the creators can do anything now. It's the last season, they can do anything. They can pretty much kill off anyone.
Yeah, like I wouldn't say like a lot of I wouldn't say there's a lot of characters in the show that could be axed. I feel like there's some that are
Yeah,
they're what's the word? Like I mean, they're not gonna kill one of the youngsters off, right? Unless like um this was like a Breaking Bad or a show that's like The Boys or something, a show that's on that level. They might do something crazy like that, but I don't think with this specific show, it's not one to kill characters off. So like even killing Kreese off is quite a big thing for it. One
yeah.
sorry, I thought I was gonna sneeze then. That's why I was like just double checking. But like Yeah, I mean, I feel like Kreese, every fan, or most of the fandom think that he's gonna die because how many times is he gonna fake his death? That's
So
the way to
many.
redeem his character. I mean, and how many times is he gonna give Johnny a chance? He's like, "It's your last chance, Johnny. Last chance,
Yeah.
Johnny." Like, it's probably a 10-hour compilation somewhere on YouTube of that.
Yeah.
Kreese giving Johnny his last chance.
No, but also I think I remember seeing like Drew. I think Drew fell for it as well because in season 5 episode 10 when he got stabbed, I remember I thought that
Oh
was
yeah.
real when he died.
I was surprised, Drew. I haven't talked to him about that. Actually, no, I talked to him
Yeah,
about that when season 5 came out. I actually said to him that I was surprised that you thought they were going to kill him off in the first
yeah,
thing in the episode. I would never have thought that was real because
yeah,
it's so
but
unlike them to do that, especially
yeah,
in that way. If they kill him off, it's got to be in the finale of the series,
yeah.
not the like
But
season 5.
also, I thought was yeah, like that guy killing him. I was like, this man, that guy's not too brave enough to kill him after he had a fight with him in the jail cell. He's not brave enough to just whip out a knife and stab Kreese, like, because Kreese set it up. He had it all planned in his head. Like, he had it all planned. And and just, just like that, he did it. And until the guy said melted Jello and he ended up fighting with them, was just sick and he just escaped. Like,
The Jello thing was funny. I think that was good what they did there. I think like
yeah,
every time I see Jello though, I just think of Kreese now. It's really funny. Like when I was in America, I was in a supermarket and there was this like aisle with jelly and stuff, and I saw Jello and I just thought of Kreese. I actually remember picking it
yeah.
up and saying to my friend, like, "Hey, this is John Kreese's favorite product. He got him out of prison."
Mm.
But yeah, dude. What's your name, by the way?
My name is Adams.
Adam. Adam, it's good to
Yeah,
meet you, man. Thank you for coming in. It's great to talk to you about the show.
yeah. Um, one quick question. One quick thing I have to say though is that you know how so you know how Terry had like the red and black geese for them. I want them. So you know how like in the Karate Kid films and in season 1 and 4 where they had like the black and yellow geese. I
Yeah.
want it to be black and red this time in the Sekai Takai it's so hard to pronounce. Um
Sekai Takai.
yeah.
I know a lot of people
Yeah.
struggle with that name. Like, it
Yeah.
is quite a strange one.
Yeah. But yeah, like I want them to have like the short sleeve, red and black noogie because I think it was just I've seen concept arts of people doing it, and I think it just looks cool, and I think it will look
Honestly, I would love to see, thinking about it now, Adam, I would
yeah,
love to see like, because you remember that photo of Kreese with the actor that's playing Kim Se Young?
yeah,
Um, Kreese is wearing a black gi and it was like a white stripe going across the gi. I wouldn't be surprised if the new gis have like a fist on the back.
yeah,
Maybe it's this Cobra Kai, but it's just a fist and it's like a white or gray looking fist, just like that.
yeah,
Um, or like a fist like that, like wave the fist, because they always call like Cobra Kai like the way of the fist. So
where the fish, yeah,
I mean, I can definitely see that too, but I cannot wait to see what the costume department have cooked up with them geese. I'm sure they look amazing for Cobra Kai, and
yeah,
I can't wait to cosplay that too once the show's released. So I can actually make one.
and I heard that there's gonna be more episodes because I remember Watch Party said that someone said that he's go someone said posted on their Instagram saying that they're gonna be in episode 11.
I heard something about that. I mean, I always felt like there would be more than 10 episodes. I know Hayden confirmed there would be 10, but I always
Yeah,
thought,
he's
you know,
lying.
we'll definitely see. Like Hayden definitely
Yeah.
trolls. So we might get a certain amount. We might get more or less than
Mm.
15. We'll see. But like, I still don't want to confirm or say anything yet because, like, you know, it's just I think we need to just wait and see. And I'm sure when they announce the you know, because I believe that we're getting volumes to the season, even if it was just 2 volumes we got. I believe we're gonna get the release date soon for that, and
Yeah.
I think next month we'll get something because May they always drop something new for Cobra Kai. So it just seems like a tradition now, really, with Cobra Kai. So yeah, man. Again, Adam, thanks for coming in. Great to speak to
Yeah,
you.
no
Thanks for coming
problem.
in, and I
No
hope you'll see you
problem.
next time, man.
Yep.
Have a good day, bro. Have a good weekend.
You too. You too.
Take care, bro. All right, guys. I think I'm going to call it there. Thank you all for joining in. I will definitely do another stream soon. I've got a panel that I'm going to be uploading, or it should be uploaded now. I just got to unlist it. And then you guys can watch my panel from Atlanta Comic Con. I really want you guys to see how it was, and it was such a fun time, and I can't wait to see what you guys think. So stay tuned for that. It'll be out soon, like later today. Have a great weekend. Thank you all for tuning in. The 241 people that are in here right now from Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. Thank you all for tuning in. Again, if you are not subscribed, I will say this again. Subscribe now to Cobra Kai Nation. Hit the follow button on my Instagram at Cobra Kai Nation YT. And of course, subscribe to this channel now. Do not miss any of my videos. And there's one thing I do have to say from a certain somebody, if I can find a little video of this. So yeah, have a great day. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you soon.
Did you like having your arm